Inner doubt, unseen ceilings. You reach a moment where you feel a wall inside you, a limit you can't explain. You feel stuck, not because you are incapable, but because of a quiet fear. Thoughts whisper in your mind. Maybe you're not that capable. Your path is right, but something hidden keeps stopping you halfway. And deep inside, you wonder, can I really grow? Moving from inner limits to possibility, limiting voices, invisible pressure. A voice inside says some things are just naturally hard, as if they weren't made for you. You think about your first failures. Their weight still sits in you. In silence, you compare yourself to others. You feel a heavy pressure to prove you're enough. Old sentences echo in your mind, things you've heard for years. You realize a big part of your inability is built by those old thoughts. There's a fear deep inside. What if your effort brings another disappointment? You feel stuck not because of skill, but because of belief. A part of you wants to move, but your old mindset keeps pulling your hand back. Something small shakes inside you as if a new truth is ready to be seen. The first cracks in the mental wall. You remember a moment when a small effort brought a good result. You look within and realize ability grows from doing, not proving. You feel like taking a step not for the result, but for the experience. Something inside softens. The wall starts cracking. You notice your smallest strengths and they're real. You write in your notebook. Try again. You try something you always feared with zero expectations. The fear is still there, but you walk through it. You feel your worth isn't tied to outcome anymore. Those tiny actions spark a sense of possibility inside you. The growth mindset begins forming. You discover a new space inside you where learning outruns fear. You start realizing your doubts aren't enemies, they are invitations to try again. Failures take a new shape, no longer threats. Every step brings you closer to a better version of yourself. In your notebook, you write one word: grow. You feel your mind expanding not suddenly, but gently, steadily. Trying starts to feel natural without shame, without fear. You think about the difference between not capable and not trained. You realize your capacity is built, not discovered. Something takes root inside you, a new belief about who you can become. A quiet, deep, inner breakthrough. You return to something you once avoided and now you do it without fear. The change isn't loud, but you feel it in your chest. Courage blooms quietly inside you. You understand your limits were mostly imagined, not real. You feel like someone who's growing, not someone who's being judged. Closing the loop. You feel lighter, as if something inside finally unlocked. You face a challenge, and this time your first reaction is effort, not fear. You sense a new version of yourself forming. You flip through your notebook. The pages are filled with the smallest steps. Among your things, you find a book you hadn't looked at for a long time. You touch its simple, calming cover. You wipe the dust off, the color becomes clearer. The title catches your eye: Mindset. You realize your new path is exactly what this book has been talking about for years. A simple sentence settles in your mind: you can grow.